everyone, welcome back to Tapping with Novera. It's again Novera. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed to this channel. If this is your first time watching our videos, please don't forget to subscribe, like, drop a comment below, and tap on the notification button so you can always get notifications whenever we upload any video. So today with me I have Annie.
I'm Essien. I'm a songwriter, singer, I'm a voice-over actor, and I create content as well. I'm also a presenter. Yep.
Yeah, that's beautiful. You heard him right. So today we're going to be talking about sex. Yes, you heard right. Sex. I want you to say it with me. Sex.
And if you know you're up to 18, you can do like this, like.
Okay, so this video is actually 18 plus, 18 and above. Yes. Okay, so we're going to be talking about sex. Tell it to your partner. That's what it's titled. Tell it to your partner. So communication in sex. We'll be right back. Stay right there. So today we're talking about sex. Tell it to your partner. We need to communicate in sex. We understand that the word sex is a very, very uncomfortable word.
I tell you.
And people find it very hard to communicate about that. And we've noticed that it's a problem affecting relationship these days, and that's why we're here to talk to you about it. So when talking about sex, I think communication is part of having good sex.
That's right.
Yeah, you need to communicate very well with your partner. Make conversation ain't just about pleasures. You also need to talk about your sexual health with your partner, and that should never be neglected. Everyone has to. Everyone in love, everyone in a relationship has to talk about that. And you also need to talk about how you would want to explore your sexual life, things you want to do differently, how frequently you would like to have sex,
how you want to spice up your sex life.
Yes, how you want to spice up your sex life. Yeah. And today I'm going to be asking Annie some questions. He's also referred to as Annie. So Annie, can you share some of the reasons why you think people don't talk about sex, their sexual life in their relationships?
Most people are not they're not matured enough when it comes to communicating sex in relationship, and most people, they shy away from the topic. Like, you get to see people in relationship and you think they're actually matured, enough to talk about these things, and they don't talk about it at all. They shy away from the topic of sex. Like, one person feels like he ought to know that
people
need to be treated this
assume.
way.
So you that's where the communication comes in.
Yeah,
like,
communication.
You need to talk to them. You need to talk to your partner. This is what I like about sex. This is how I like it. If, for example, your partner prefers a certain position, and the other prefers the other position, so that's where the communication comes in. Like, you should talk to your partner about it. That, oh, sweetheart, let's talk about this, and then you get to talk about it. That's where the communication comes in, so the relationship or the sex life can be better.
I agree with you.
So, Annie, please tell us, when do you think it's right for people in a relationship to talk about sex, and how do they go about it?
Okay, for me, I think there are 4 key things you need to look into when communicating with your partner in terms of sex in a relationship. Firstly, you need to talk about timing. Timing is very paramount. Secondly, you need to talk about the setting, the place in which you want to talk about your sex life and how to improve your sex life is very key. And thirdly, tell your partner how you feel.
Tell your partner.
Be honest. Just be honest and tell him how you want it. Like, that comment is actually vague, because she might be thinking a lot of things in her head. Like, is it that he wants it 3 times a day? She's not certain. Is it that he wants it every day?
So he has to hit the point, go straight to the point.
Yeah, he has to. He has to hit the nail on the head. Like, instead of saying I want us to have rough sex, say things like, I like it when you when you choke me slightly on the neck and I get to beg you, and stuff like
Okay.
that. Be specific with what you
Okay.
want. Yeah.
Okay, so please don't say you want rough sex. You know, you can just go subtle. You know, to make your partner more comfortable,
Yeah.
so they don't feel scared about what you're saying or feel some type of way about what you're saying. So you need to be subtle.
And lastly, communicate preferences. Communicate your preferences specifically. So, firstly, the time in which you want to talk about sex is very important. I get to see some people when they talk about when they chip in the issue of sex is when there is a heightened what they call it, like emotions are heightened and there's
Yeah.
a
There's
conversation
a
misunderstanding.
Yes.
And this one just the lady might just tell the guy, and that's why you're a 1 minute man. And the guy just turns and tells the lady like, I don't know, maybe it's because you went to missionary school. That's why you're always missionary, like everything you do.
Okay.
It's not right. It's definitely not right. And also, you need to talk about sex in your relationship at a time where you guys are calm. Like maybe when you're back from work and everything is calm with you guys.
Okay.
And also the place where you talk about sex in
The
your
place
relationship.
where we talk about sex. in a
It's
relationship.
very, very important. Most people will be thinking now, if I should ask you now, originally you think, where is it right to actually talk about sex in your relationship? You see, the first thing that pops on your head will be like, on the bed.
Okay, so if it's not on the bed,
It's
when
wrong.
we talk about
It's wrong. You know why? If you talk about sex on the bed, you get distracted. This is a place where you actually do the deed. And this is a place where you get aroused. And this is a point where you guys need to speak constructively, like, this is what I want, this is what you're not doing right. And you can't do that on the bed. You get distracted. So it is very advisable at some point. You could choose to say this it could be in the sitting room, your living room, or your kitchen. If that's not part of the places where you have sex, or
okay.
like your pots and your kettles
No,
don't get your house.
sometimes people have sex in different places in
In the houses.
in the house, yeah. So they could do it. So, but I get your point. Not the bed,
Yeah.
okay. Not that time where you're about to have the sex. So it should be like a time where the both of you are randomly talking about stuff,
Yeah.
and then you're having that. Every couple has that time where they can actually. They're just having a good conversation. I think that's what you mean, right?
Yeah,
So
definitely.
I think that at that point, the sex talk should come in.
Yeah.
Yeah, you feel me?
Yeah.
So that part where you're not feeling so intimate, sex kind of. Great sex comes with mutual attentiveness. Communication. You need to be really attentive to your partner.
You have to be in a sync.
Yes, you have to be in sync. That's what makes up great sex. Communication. When you understand your partner's body language, there is nothing that beats that. When you understand every point of it, you are syncing with each other. That's what brings about great sex.
And now back to my third point that I
Yeah.
wanted to tell you about. Telling your partner how you feel. You get to see some people, they have issues with their sex life, like unbalanced libido between the guy and the girl, and they don't know how to communicate this. You get to see people, they ask the wrong questions.
The reason why I feel people don't talk about sex is because they feel they will be judged by the society. Now let me tell you something. For those that are not married, it is okay for you to talk about sex. You are in a serious relationship and you intend to get married to your partner. You see a future with both of you. That's the whole essence of having a relationship, is it not?
True.
So with someone you want to get married, you want to settle down with, it is very okay for you to talk about sex. Very, very okay. You need to talk about your sex life. You need to understand how your partner is going to pleasure you, make you feel good. It has to be mutual. The pleasure is mutual. Another problem we have in sex today, in couples having sex today, is one person is being satisfied and the other is not being satisfied. So when there is communication about all of these things, it will be avoided. Do you understand?
Sure.
So communication is a very key factor. Don't look at the society that the society believes that sex is wrong. No, sex is not wrong. It's not wrong to talk about it. Okay, sex is natural. and you're going to have it as long as you're going to get married. So it's okay for you to start learning, start talking about it with your partner, and do not shy away from it in the society.
Now, what you need to take home: don't be shy to talk about sex in your relationship. You know, it has cost so many people their relationship because, you know, we as individuals, we have different makeup. We're actually wired differently, and you can get to see that most people have, you know, mismatched libidos. One person is high this way and the other person is this way. So the way for you to be able to, you know, get to a point that will be like it's kind of being level is for you to communicate and let the person know what you want and how he or she can help you, and you guys definitely will have a wonderful relationship together.
Yes, you've heard it all. Communication in sex brings about great sex. Don't miss out on our next episode. We're saying thank you to Annie. Yes.
Thank you for having me now.
Yeah, we're glad and we're happy, and we hope to have you next time on the show.
Sure.
And thank you for watching, everyone. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe to this channel.
Yeah.
Hit the like button and drop a comment. Drop your suggestion. Tell us what you think about communication in sex. Tell us what you think. Tell us about your challenges in your relationship, and we can also talk about it on this show. Thank you for watching. We love you. Bye.